Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's episode of The Fishing Teacher, and much appreciated you guys coming by the channel to spend some time with me on the video today. Always very grateful to have you guys around. And guys, today we're going to be talking about two of probably the most underrated crankbait, in my opinion, that hardly nobody fishes anymore, that is still a killer this time of year, and that's the Lure Jensen Speed Trap. This is I'll go into the bait detail here in a little bit later, but I want to give you guys some tips and advice on how to fish this thing, because when you get the right situation, the right set of conditions on this thing, it's freaking deadly. So we're going to get into that in today's video. Also guys, quick invitation. I'd just like to invite everybody to please consider, if you haven't, hitting that subscribe button here to The Fishing Teacher. If you guys hit that notification, like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. It's a good way to support the channel, because right now we've got like only 30% of the people that watch the videos are actually subscribed, so that's a big help there. And also guys, please check out my Fish the Moment lake map breakdowns that I build. These are great resources to get some good spots on your favorite lake. I'll link that in the description of the video there too. Okay guys, here they are. This is the Lure Jensen Speed Trap. I'll link these in my Tackle Warehouse link in the description if you guys want to pick up a couple. Now this is basically, it's a square bill crankbait. It's got a square bill on it, but it doesn't fish like a square bill crankbait, because traditionally square bill crankbaits are for deflecting off wood and shallow cover. This bait it doesn't do any good in the wood. It'll get hung up. This is a rock and a grass bait that is just second to none under the right situations. They've got rattles in them. Some of them don't, but I think a lot of it has to do with the design of the bait. It's got some really interesting angles to it here. It's about probably, close to 2 inches long. Shad looking profile, and there's something about the design of this bait that makes it so good. It's got a sharp back on it and some sharp sides on the bottom. Whatever it is about it, the bass love it. And because we talk a lot about what generates strikes on a crankbait, because some crankbaits look really good but they just don't catch many fish, and other ones are little cheap crankbaits and they catch a ton of fish. Guys, this right here, it is the real deal, man. I've caught so many bass on these things under the right conditions. Now, let's talk about what the right conditions are for it. This bait is really good under a certain specific set of conditions in the springtime of the year. For me, I start throwing the speed trap when the water temperature hits 50 degrees, and I'll throw it all the way up until the water gets about 70 degrees. So it's a really good pre-spawn and post-spawn crankbait. I haven't really done that much any other time of year. I haven't done that great in the summertime on it, hadn't done that great in the fall time. Pre-spawn and post-spawn is going to be really good. Now, there's a couple different ways that I fish it. During the pre-spawn, when the water temperature is cold, like around 50 degrees, a lot of times what I do is I take, like I've done here, and I'll put this is just a piece of lead that I've epoxied on here, where it's neutral buoyant, because these are highly buoyant crankbaits. They float up real quick. So I've got it weighted where it's suspended, and I can fish this thing slow in the cold water. So I'll just crank it slow over the top of, submerged grass beds real good, just around rocky banks, riprap banks, rock banks, pea gravel banks, just anywhere where you're fishing in the pre-spawn. And just fish it with like a slow medium retrieve. Most of the time I use it on 10-pound test Seagar and Vizex line, and just cover water with it. And there's whatever it is about it, guys, there's something about this they love. I'll give you a prime example where I fell in love with this bait. We were fishing a tournament it was in Lake Murray. It was a FLW tournament there. And the first day of the tournament, I only caught one fish. It weighed 5.5 pounds. That's the only fish I caught. And I was quite a ways down in the standings. So the second day of the tournament, I was boat number 1. And I didn't really have much to go to, so I said, I'm just gonna fish right here by the weigh-in. So I just idled the boat out right till I got out of the off limits area and started fishing. And guys, before they got to boat number 20, I had 2 5-pounders in the boat. I caught 25 pounds of fish that day, all on the speed trap here, and it made me a believer out of it. And I got my buddy Aaron Martins, I clued him on it. He did good in tournaments. But those are the conditions. A really good pre and post spawn for that situation. Now the post spawn is when I mix it up a little bit. I take the weight off of it and I fish it faster. I fish it with a faster stop and go retrieve. Same structures, rocky banks, points, gravel banks over the top of grass beds. The only difference is I fish it faster with the stop and go retrieve, and in the pre-spawn with a slow to medium retrieve. But anyway, guys, try them if you've never tried them. Like I said, I'll put that link in the description of them. They got a ton of different colors. It's just the colors are just like any other crankbait color. It has to do with your water clarity and conditions. So they got some good color options there. So hope it helps you guys catch a bunch. We'll talk later.